wonder if this will tell me where there's more information on AI. Oh. I wonder if the AI information is around here somewhere. Maybe they have the information on AI tucked around the back here somewhere. Ah, no. Okay, maybe it's hidden down this corridor down here. Ah, let's have a look. Ah, that's what I'm looking for. Oh, this could cause a lot of confusion. This needs to be in its right place. Ah, this is where the block book belongs. All the other AI books. And this is where all the good things happen. In the garage, obviously. Alright, so let's get on with this. So on a more serious note, this video is about the fundamentals of AI are and how it relates to my role at IBM. So let's make a start. What is AI? If it's not magic, it's just normal IT, just powered by data. Stuff that sits on servers around the world, like the one sitting up there. So let's dig into a bit deeper. So we have the traditional infrastructure, underlies everything. We have build process, deploy process, and manage process. Sitting on top of those, you have your apps and your services. This, as I said, is your standard delivery approach. And you have services that monitor all of these and gives you visibility down the side for every part of these components. Previously, this was on-premise physical servers, as I mentioned, big box sitting in the corner up here. Nowadays, everything's in the cloud. It's all in cloud environments. There's still the big box sitting up there. It's just in someone else's data center. So, how do I map that to a car? Because we're in the garage. I'm going to map it across to car and you're going to see lots of references to cars. So, infrastructure. To me, infrastructure is the foundation of everything. So here, you have the infrastructure of a car. It's a chassis, it's your steering, it's your suspension. If you don't get this right, your car's not going anywhere. It's going to crash. It's going to be badly built. It's going to go down the road wonky. So you need to get that correct. You need a solid foundation, and you must be using proven components. You're not getting components here, there and everywhere that you've just picked up. Yep, that will do. Not going to work. So mapping that across to IT infrastructure, you need solid, proven infrastructure to support your journey. We have the build process. Build process, we're doing design, we're planning, we're executing, we're learning, and we're improving. Obviously, I have a prop for this one. You design, you plan, you prove, you learn, you really go around in circles and circles and circles. We'll see this car later. If you don't follow these steps, you're going to rush, you're going to throw in, you're going to make a mess. You're not going to have a successful project. Deployment. So this is where you've designed, you're ready, you're going to push it out into the world. This is going to be your MVP, your minimum viable product. It's not perfection. Do not ever expect it to be perfection. In the UK, we have a standard called the MOT certificate. This says that your vehicle passes all the minimum requirements to be road legal and to be driven on the road. Doesn't mean it's 100% safe, but it means you can drive it out there legally. That's what you want to do with your software. It's not perfect, but you can still drive it. You can still use it. Okay, so after deployment, we're all happy. We've built a system, it's out there, we're using it, now we have to manage it. And to manage it, we have to monitor it. We've got to learn from it. And we're going to tweak things. And we're going to get feedback. That is exactly the same as with a car. You're using monitoring tools internally. We're learning from that, we're tweaking. We have a set of dials to tell us what's going on. It's our dashboard. We have a dashboard in IT projects. It's the same thing. So, when we get to our apps and our services, that's the bit that sits on top. This is the bit that actually makes all the rest of it work. But the one thing that often gets forgotten is you must have a proven purpose. You must have a business case. So, back to cars. Are we building a grocery getter? Are we building a Grand Tourer? Or are we building a drag racing car? Or are we doing one for track racing? So, there's a very important point here. There's a nice quote that I found. No amount of AI algorithm sophistication will overcome a lack of data architecture or a lack of a clear business need. Right? Do not expect, if it's built for one purpose, it's going to work for another. So you build a grocery getter, you want to take it on the track, something's not going to work. You build a track car, you use it to go and get your groceries, that's going to be one hell of a ride. Okay, it's the wrong thing for the wrong purpose. So be clear in what your business case is and what your purpose is. So just like a custom car project, an AI project is a journey. And to go through that journey, you have to spell things wrong. I'll adjust that now. So you've got to go through a collection phase. Get the correct and valid data. Get the simple and accessible stuff first. Don't go for the mountain of information, the stuff that's sitting on hundreds of thousands of servers, needs loads and loads of filtering. Get what you can, get what the minimum is. Organize. So create a trusted analytics foundation. So you've got that data, pull it together, then you're going to analyze this and spread it everywhere. What you're thinking straight away, I'm going to use it in this particular part. No, think a bit wider. There might be a better business case doing it somewhere else from the data that you've gathered. And then once you've had this, you optimize AI. You push it out everywhere. You get the trust in it. Okay? That's the same thing as what you're going to do with a car. I'll map to that in the next one. So let's map to that to a custom car journey. So here, you collect. Data is everywhere. And is everything. So, and this is a quote I actually had, which is, proceeding into the unknown without sufficient data is foolish. If you don't know what you're doing and you don't have enough data to support it, you get in that car, you drive down the road, you're doing 70 miles an hour, something breaks because you didn't have enough data to prove that those components could work. It's your life on the line and other people's that are on the road. So you must make sure you get sufficient data to back you up on this. Okay? You organize, you create components, create repeatable components. You build a suspension component, you repeat it. Again. You know they're going to work. You know they're solid. You analyze, you identify patterns. You gain more confidence in the usage. So you know that little noise you hear rattling at the back, you get rid of it. You find out what it is. Okay? Then you get more confident. You do 30 miles an hour, you do 50 miles an hour, you do 70 miles an hour. You stop there because that's the legal limit. Okay. You then infuse. Now you take it out for test drives. You do 10 miles, you do 50 miles, you do 100 miles. You change the weather conditions. Oh, it's raining today. We're in England every day. You take it out in different conditions, see how things behave. Okay? Then you're going to get feedback. Again, feedback loops, monitoring your dials, look at your dashboard, comes all the way back through, back to collecting again. So, remember, for a journey, you need a purpose. You need a goal to achieve. A simple one here, a test run of the car. I'm going to go get a pint of milk for a cup of tea. Okay? I have a goal and I have a purpose. I have a bonus because I get to drive the car. You still need the basics to be defined. And you need this with an AI project as well. How many client AI projects are just Sunday drives? There's no goal, there's no destination, there's no measurable value, it's a novelty. Once it's done, they drop it. They usually skip the core part of that project, which is getting sufficient data. They need the data. Back to the big server sitting in the corner. So you should always treat all AI projects, even if they're referred to as a POC, an MVP, as a phase one. Okay, this is a phase one. It's going to grow. It's going to take me on to the next thing. It's going to get bigger. So it will become more. It will evolve. Today's data and today's AI model will grow. You will never define a total AI model that will cover everything forever. That's a note for my current customer. So, to summarise, and this is what you should be, what I tell my clients: put AI to work. You're going to surface your hidden intelligence, transform your business operations, but make sure it's meaningful and has a reasonable business benefit. Climb the AI ladder. So there is a defined approach to accelerate the journey into AI. Start climbing that. Think of what you can do today. Think of where you can go tomorrow. Engage IBM's AI portfolio. We have everything you need for an enterprise AI on any cloud, CTNCs. So as long as it runs in Kubernetes and we have it deployed. So configure, not code. That's one of the key drivers I keep pushing to customers. Is less coding, more configuring. We've done all the hard work for you. That leaps you ahead of your competition. Apply AI with confidence. So speed up your time to value with proven, pre-built app services and expertise from IBM, the likes of myself and other team members. You're going to build to accelerate. On that note, let's finish it here. Let's leave the magicians to do their magic, and let's leave the AI consultants to do AI consulting.
Hello from Watson. May I just say that I am not magic?
Now, of course I'm going to start the car.